used to go at school in the morning, then knock off at 12, then go for prep, that's 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then at 5, I go and sell. Yeah, after 5, 7, we go at night. Yeah.
They've got no choice. They can't be watching their kids, sisters, and brothers starving. They have to go there. They've got no choice to say, if I stay at home, my kid sister will not eat anything.
Jerundo is a small town that borders Zimbabwe, about 1 hour from Riverside. And one characteristic that makes this town unique is the amount of traffic with large truckers that drive through for import and export. A lot of men in this area make their living by fishing in the local river. And the women sell vegetables and produce on the sides of the road to the people going through. As we began to explore this area, we recognized a very vulnerable population in these communities. The vulnerable group that we discovered was teenage girls. Often the responsibility and the burden to take care of their elderly grandparents or their younger siblings rests upon these ladies at a very young age.
They're lacking food in their houses to feed their families. Mostly you find that you have a parent at home, but that parent can't manage to get food on the table. So you're forced yourself as a girl child to go around looking for food.
Because basic needs are barely met, education is not a priority, and these girls have some very difficult decisions to make.
I'm not feeling so good to watch my young siblings not to eat. I'm not feeling so good not to see my young ones going back to school because of not having enough money. You know, so I'm like, can I be a sacrifice? Something like that.
To avoid watching their families starve and to provide themselves basic shelter, many girls ages 16, even as young as 14 and 12, are going to the men driving trucks to sell themselves. And this isn't a life that they're choosing, but for many, this is the only option they know.
You know, you have trucks coming in and out of the town, and you know how sometimes these truck drivers, in the process of trying to relax, they try by all means, they approach girls, you know, to do certain things for them. And because they find themselves approaching that girl that is so vulnerable, that girl that is docile, you know, that girl that is looking for something, and that girl will feel like, okay, fine, let me give in because I feel like they're going to give me what I'm looking for. And the moment I get what I'm looking for, I'll be able to help out at home. I'll be able to help out the siblings that, you know, are lacking certain things. So that's how you see a lot of young girls engage themselves in such things.
They go sell to the truck drivers. Later on, they go into the trucks, do something else. They're given money. They survive.
You find that that girl maybe has contracted a disease, and they don't even care because what they really want is to get food on the table.
Because of the truck drivers that are coming in every day in a large number, the demand for little girls is overwhelming.
So they target girls of 12 to about 18 years old because they know they are docile, and they know to say these young girls, like, they don't have any diseases, and they feel so free to use young girls because they know they are free from diseases, they don't know anything. And most of the times these are young virgins and they get to use them. They so much target young girls because of their docility.
Some of the girls that are taken are not even that of age. Some of them are 12, 13, 14. I had some friends that I knew that were involved in that because they had nothing at all. Like some of them, their parents died. Like, I had a close friend. She later on died. Yeah, she was found dead, but she was also involved in that. They had nothing at all.
By providing an education for these girls, we hope to intersect before they get to that high-risk age and be able to provide them a different hope and a different future.
I look at education to be a very important tool because it makes a lot of people be aware of certain things. You know how being educated, or rather just having an exposure of education, just alerts your mind, you know, like you just become alert of certain things, and because you know that you're acquiring a certain skill, it exposes you to a lot of things. Imagine how you have an education and you've probably come across of certain things, the dangers of giving yourself to, you know, big men and everything. Like, trust me, you wouldn't really fall for it because you've already had an exposure. You've learned about such things. Someone has taught you the dangers of such things. So really, an education in this case can really be helpful. It's really helpful to say it. It's really helpful to young women, young girls especially.
Education is important because, look at me, it has helped me to become strong. Through that I learned, because I put food on my table. Yeah, I paid fees through the bottles that I used to sell, the water. Yeah, so if any of these girls would do that, because they've been given an opportunity, what I would say to them is that they can just use it wisely because it only comes once.
Now there will be less girls going to the same truck drivers, walking aimlessly in the streets looking for men. So I feel it's a good thing for them. At least they will be also encouraging other friends not to be going to the same truck drivers. They will be following their footsteps to say, no, this is bad, you're supposed to be doing this.
So imagine how a girl child gets an education, you know, they go back to their community and be an example to other children out there, be an example to their young ones. They become leaders, you know, they try by all means, you know, to make those young ones not to go back to the truck driver situation.
Us lending a hand to these girls will help them do something greater. Yeah, compared to me, it will be something good. They will also help others. By you and me educating them, we'll reach out a lot of people that will better the community, especially in Jerundo, and that they might not be involved in vices like prostitution and other things.
Through education, young girls are no longer dependent on prostitution to earn their living, or rather to survive, but they're able to acquire that skill that helps them to be independent, you know, and that helps them even to speak up to young ones to say, look, this is a no-go area, this is a wrong way to take, you know. But they try by all means to motivate them, or rather support the young ones to, you know, have an education, you know. And having sponsors, imagine how you have a sponsor to help you with the education and everything, like it's like a privilege, and it's really helpful, you know.
Our dreams for these girls is to be able to see their goals and dreams being fulfilled. Whether it's to be a faithful mother taking care of their own children someday, or to become a doctor, we want to give them that opportunity.
The first time that I was told that there are some donors that want to sponsor the kids, the young girls, I was happy because someone finally reached out for most of them. We called the mothers, the parents, their guardians. When we told them the news, they were all happy. And some of them came back kneeling to us wanting to offer us something. Their burdens are now loosened. They've got more chance. They've got something to look upon for. They've got hope that their children can go to school, that they can change their lives for better. It feels so nice to see that someone is going to school free of charge, free, without any expenditure. Okay, when we took the girls to school, we registered them and everything else was really nice. We told them, this is where we are leaving you. They were surprised, amazed to see the classes, the environment. Everything is just nice because they've never been there. They've never gone to boarding schools. All they know is Jerundo, a little town, a little village. Yeah, so it was something big for them, even for us. I cried. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is happening. This is happening. I was in that situation and none of it happened. I have been in the shoes of those girls, most of them. We all have different stories, but we all meet on the financial aspect. So for the donors, for the help that they've lended to the girls, it's something big for them. It's something big, a big step. So I just hope that they'll use it wisely.
We are so thankful to be able to partner with Child Impact so that children and communities all around us can have lives that are mentally, physically, and spiritually fulfilling. This is our passion, and this is what drives our mission.
It's no longer putting food on their tables in survival, them becoming more strong women. Now they can focus on achieving their dreams.
I have 4 sisters and 4 brothers. When I heard the teacher at Riverside share that she could be a sacrifice for her younger siblings to have food on the table, I wept. I knew that if I was born into her situation, I would likely have to face the same impossible decisions. This is why I have chosen to support this mission. The cost to provide these girls with tuition, books, full-time security, lodging, a mother for their residence is $150 a month. We would like to build a dormitory for these girls to expand the capacity from the 35 students we're currently serving to house 100. I'd like to invite you to join us on July 30 every year for the World Day Against Human Trafficking. As we shine a light into dark places, we can provide your church with a video to share, highlighting Child Impact's work, eradicating exploitation through Operation Child Rescue. To support these girls at Riverside Farms, you can donate at childimpact.org and select Operation Child Rescue or call 423-910-0667. Thank you for your prayers and support. May God richly bless you.